This is the Epson Epic Vision EH-LS650. It's a 4K Pro UHD smart enabled laser TV. It has some advantages over regular TVs. And in this video, I will do my best to highlight those advantages for you to help you decide whether it's worth you upgrading to Epic Vision. The bigger brother to this is the LS800, and it's widely considered to be one of the best ultra short throw projectors out there today. However, it retails for over £3,000, and this, the LS650, delivers close to the same cinematic experience as the 800, but at just £2,299 at launch. And if you buy one before the 30th of April 2024, you'll get £250 cash back from Epson. So make sure you use the affiliate link below this video if you do decide to buy one. And keep in mind it's available in black and white, so you can choose whatever color best matches your furniture. In the box, you get a remote, the batteries for the remote, the power cable, the paperwork, and then the projector itself. It is a plug and play device, and thanks to the Android TV platform, it's very easy to load up all your favorite streaming services straight from the Play Store. And of course, you can plug in existing hardware via the HDMI ports on the back. And once set up, you can have up to a 120-inch 4K HDR display on a surface or a projector screen, and the input lag response on this is 20 milliseconds. So this means this is fantastic for gaming on too. And I'll let you guys know what I think of the gaming performance on this a little later on in the video. So what are the advantages of a short throw projector? Now, the number one big advantage that this has over a traditional projector is the fact that it can be right up close to the wall and therefore eliminate any possible shadows being cast on the picture. Also, this projector style means it's much less likely that you're going to give your eyeballs a suntan, and there's even a built-in safety feature that senses when you're getting too close to the lasers, and it will shut down automatically. And another big advantage for this type of projector is even if you don't have a big space, you can still have a big screen at a short distance. And at just 3.2 centimeters away, you can have a 61-inch display. If you want to go 120 inches, you'll need about 11 inches of clearance from the wall. And the beauty of a projector like this is the fact that you have the choice. You can have a 61-inch display, or you can have a 120-inch display, and you can adjust between those whenever you want. That's something you don't get with a regular TV. Another advantage is that it's designed to blend into the environment without ruining the aesthetics of the room when not in use. And also, you'll never experience any horrible reflections like you would on a shiny glass TV. Now let's talk about the design. In regards to the size and weight, the LS650 is 46.7 centimeters wide, 40 centimeters deep, 15.3 centimeters tall, and it weighs in at 7.4 kilograms, and it can be easily moved from room to room if you need to move it, unlike a TV that might be fixed to the wall or very heavy to lift. So portability is another advantage for an ultra short throw projector. And it's a sturdy bit of kit. I like the nicely rounded corners around the edges and on top. This helps to soften the look and make it less eye-catching when not in use. Across the front is a metal grille that protects the Yamaha 2.1 stereo speakers, and there's also an LED indicator light there to let you know when it's powered on. On the right side is a power button and a removable cover, which reveals a lever to manually dial in the focus. On the base are a couple of height adjustable feet that can help you physically level out the projector, and you can also do this in software. Other than that, there's a safety sticker on top and a sticker that highlights some of the key features. You can peel these off if you want. The only other markings are the logo and a little bit of Yamaha branding, and the 3LCD logo is also printed in light grey, so none of this print actually ruins the look of the LS650, so that's good. And if you're wondering about the significance of the 3LCD tech, I'll get to that a little later on in the video. Now let's look at the ports on the back. There are 3 USB 2.0 ports, so you can plug in external hard drives and USB sticks and play content from them directly. There are also 2 HDMI ports, one of which is an eARC port, and this means you can get Dolby Atmos sound to a surround sound system via the projector if you want. There's also an optical output for older audio equipment. There's a mini USB port here, and this is a service port, so it'll only ever be used by a service engineer. Of course, it does have Wi-Fi, so this means you can cast content to it from your device, and you can also play audio to the Yamaha 2.1 speakers over Bluetooth and use this as a Bluetooth speaker. The setup process on this is straightforward. You'll be prompted to pair the remote during the initial startup process. The Android TV operating system takes you step by step through the setup process, and it's even easier if you have an Android phone because you can link your Google account to the projector, and the projector will offer to install compatible apps straight away on the projector. For example, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, that kind of thing. You'll need to install an app on your phone, the Epson Settings Assistant app. This uses your phone's camera and the projector together to automatically adjust the keystones using a detailed geometric correction system that uses 33 points by 33 points to make sure you get those nice right angles on the corners and level lines on all sides. And once you do that, you'll have a perfectly balanced picture. And of course, you can do this manually if you want to. Here's a quick look at the remote control. It is the classic candy bar style remote control with a very prominent Google Assistant button at the top. There's also a circular directional pad, an input selector, an app screen button, a home button, brightness adjustment buttons, volume controls, a shortcut to Google Play Movies, and the projector settings button. There's also a button to switch off the laser but keep the LS650 running. And at the bottom is a manual keystone correction button and a keystone connection wizard button. That's pretty much everything you'll need at your fingertips. The user interface is very snappy, easy to operate, and when you dive into the projector settings, there's a lot to play around with. There are 4 different color modes. I personally like the cinema setting. You can, however, tune the colors for your own taste if you want to using the screen settings wizard. You can also make a lot of tweaks here, most notably the super resolution setting that when adjusted will attempt to upscale the content closer to 4K. And there's also interpolation settings available if you're going to be using the projector for more fast-paced stuff like sports or gaming. And there are a bunch of audio settings to play around with. I really like how they've added the clear voice option. This boosts the vocal range, and this is great because sometimes voices can get washed out with the background music or sound effects in movies, and this will just amplify those voices a little bit more so you can hear them clearly. And you can also adjust for audio lag if you are going to be connecting these to external audio devices. Now let's talk about the most important aspect of a projector, the picture quality. The EH650 from Epson uses that 3LCD tech, and Epson say this makes this projector 3 times brighter than its competitors. And this is the same tech they use on their most expensive projectors. So it is tried and tested, and that's why they've printed that logo on top. The white and color output here on the LS650 is 3600 lumens. To give you some context, the more expensive LS800 is 4000 lumens. And in the right conditions, it can deliver a 2.5 million to 1 contrast ratio. It does support HLG and it does have HDR10 certification. This means you'll get 10-bit color video processing and delivers color reproduction of over 1 billion colors. And the Pro UHD2 technology uses advanced pixel shifting to deliver crisp 4K images. I've tested quite a few projectors and this is definitely one of the best. It's ideal for bright content. For darker, more moody content, you want to be in a darker room, but that's the same with any projector. The darker the room, the better the picture is going to be. But if you are watching bright and colorful content, it will look fantastic even in the daytime. And in an ideal setting, the colors are really nice, the sharpness is really crisp, and it's definitely on par with what you would expect to see in a proper movie theater. And if you are thinking about getting a projector, that's probably exactly what you're looking for. Now, I did test this out with some PlayStation 5 and I have to say it's an epic experience. This is going to be better for more single player games, cinematic games like God of War, Uncharted, Spider-Man, that kind of thing. It's also fantastic for the Nintendo Switch. And with that 20 millisecond input lag, you can be competitive on online games. But if you're a serious gamer, you probably want to stick to your gaming monitor. But this would definitely be fun to use when you got your friends around and you're playing a bit of multiplayer. Here's what I like about this projector. There are quite a few features that really stand out to me. The Android TV with voice search makes everything incredibly easy to find without having to scroll around and search. It even searches within the streaming apps for the content. There is 13 GB of onboard storage, which means you should be able to store pretty much all of your preferred streaming services. Also, Google Chromecast is built in, so this means any Google app, for example YouTube, you can just throw the content straight to the projector without having to go into the settings on the projector and search for something. That's fantastic. You can also screen mirror to the projector. And if you're an iPhone user, you can screen mirror to this. You just need to download a third-party app from the Google Play Store. The built-in Yamaha speakers are really good and the bass levels actually caught me off guard. It's really quite impressive, way better than I was expecting, which makes this fantastic for playing music from, even if you're not using the actual laser. And of course, if you're looking at one of these, you're probably planning to watch a lot of movies on it. And one of the greatest additions is the eARC port on the back. This means you can plug in a proper home cinema sound system and get that true Dolby Atmos sound to go with this immense 4K HDR picture. And that's definitely something I recommend you do if you get one of these. And the icing on the cake for this Epic Vision projector is the fact that Epson give you an on-site 60-month warranty or 12,000 hour warranty just in case something goes wrong. And that says to me that Epson are very confident in the build quality here on the LS650. So who's this for? Well, the EH LS650 is ideal for anyone who wants the ultimate home cinema experience without having to shell out a fortune for an 80-inch or 100-inch TV. It's also perfect for anyone who wants to avoid having a TV on display at all times. And because it's an ultra short throw projector, it's ideal for anybody who doesn't have a lot of space. So if you have a small living area, but you want to have a massive screen, this could be perfect for you. And if any of what I just said resonates with you, then this projector is probably for you. So one ideal setup for this kind of projector would be this, right up against the wall that's painted with an ambient light rejecting paint, or even better still, paired up with a retractable ALR projector screen so that the room could have a minimal look when powered down. But when the time comes and it's movie night, I could fire up the big guns and turn the living room into a movie theater. And if that sounds like something you want to do, then definitely check out the Epson Epic Vision LS650.